eyes, I be happy. This for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping, tramping. Label trying to give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015.
Here
we go.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Defense, it looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Here we go.
A first carry for Najee Harris. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for New England is marked return of 11 yards. And the Patriots take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Gibson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll run it here. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. That is caught, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. A give to Gibson running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Milton. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's Milton. He finds Douglas complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To throw, it's Milton. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Here we go. Go.
Harris running straight ahead. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
To throw is Fields. Buying time to his left. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Justin Fields, 28 yards. And the Steelers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Gibson again.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now Milton. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a first down carry for Harris. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
In motion, the tight end.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's got this to Pickens.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens.
35 yards.
And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Milton. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here's Milton now to throw.
Short pass caught by Henry. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
To throw is Milton.
And he'll complete this to Gibson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
On the draw, it's Gibson.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 8.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On 4th down, Milton. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
K.J. Osborne
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it here. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he returns this to the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
2nd down and a yard.
Here we go. Go.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
Now Fields. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
To the air again, Fields.
Steps away to his left.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Offensively, pretty good execution. Long drive, chews up the remainder of the first half clock, and they finish it off with 3 points.
And what's the best byproduct of the whole thing besides the fact that they got points on the board? They didn't leave the other team any time to mount a drive themselves.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Milton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Looking to throw. Milton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And shutting him off, now open field. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go. Sit high.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go. All right.
On 4th down, Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
They'll toss to Harris. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And that will be incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Back to throw. Milton. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
They'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Patrick Queen. Inside the 10.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they all...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. He's still on his feet. He may go. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Looking to throw. Milton.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Downfield and caught by Thornton. Down the left sideline.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Tyquan Thornton.
59 yards.
And the Patriots get a bit closer.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 54 yards. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Here we go. Good night.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Number 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go, son. Tonight.
Off play action. Fields.
They'll roll him out right.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
All right. Eleven.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
They snap it to Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Justin Fields.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Here's Milton.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw, it's Milton. And that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing is Milton.
And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Now Milton.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They'll try the right side with Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
This offense so far on third down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
To throw is Fields.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Jawan Bentley, the one to get in and finish off the play.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Let's go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
2nd and 6.
Here we go. 19 right.
Here's Milton now to throw.
Open man, the tight end Henry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
Milton. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Milton.
Going for the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
85 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Hey, Ken. Right.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
You got a mini base. Go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.